YouTube, what is up? It's AD with US Squads. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're talking about SBRs. Recently I just got some paperwork back from the Department of Defense, i.e. the ATF, and it's pretty exciting paperwork. Basically, the paperwork states that according to this serial number of this lower, I can now have a barrel shorter than 16 inches. So I'm going to kind of go over this topic. It's going to be a broad topic. I'm going to try to narrow it down and keep it focused, but there may be questions that you might have regarding what I say. And then if there's a little hiccup and there's a correction, if I give you some misinformation, feel free to put a comment below to correct that. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too in some of my factual quotes, so I try to keep it as clean and simple as I can, but I am human and every once in a while I'll make a mistake. So when it comes to these rifles in the US, on your rifle in any configuration, maybe bolt, single shot, or semi-automatic, your barrel has to be at least 16 inches. Okay, 16 inches. This particular barrel is 16 and a half inches, and with the flash hider it's about 18 inches long. Now, why would you want a shorter barrel? Why would you want to reduce that barrel? Because, you know, it causes some ballistic changes, but why would you want to shorten that barrel? And the answers could be A, for tactical, practical reasons. B, for me, my primary reason, I have two primary reasons that I wanted a shorter barrel, shorter than 16-inch barrels. I wanted a shorter barrel in my shooting competition, on my 3-gun matches. I wanted, when I run the farmhouse, it's a course that runs inside a building, I wanted a more compact rifle. 2, plain and simple, a defensive rifle that's a little bit shorter for me, suits my needs, and that was the dual purpose for that. I wanted a shorter rifle for my shooting competition, and I wanted a shorter barrel rifle for my defensive rifle as my end gun. And that is my prerogative. I'm not an evil person. I'm not going to do evil deeds with this rifle. The rifle is very secure and locked up and in my control. You know, when it's not in my possession, it's in control. It's in my control. So that's one of two reasons I wanted a short barrel rifle. Now, this is the configuration for a 16-inch rifle. Very common. It's what you've seen. It's what you own probably. But to legally have a shorter barrel, as you can see, this is on an AR-15 platform, but if you notice, this is not a rifle. This is configured as a pistol. As you can see, the buffer tube here is completely machined out, so I cannot readily attach a 6-position stock onto this or a fixed stock. So this is actually considered an AR pistol. When you have an AR pistol, you can have pretty much any length barrel on your AR upper 7-inch, 10.5-inch, 14.5-inch, 16-inch. Now, to clarify a few more issues, there are some, like Bravo Company sells AR uppers that are a little shorter. They sell them at 14 inches, but what they do to make it legal is, as you can see, the length there is actually pretty nice at 14 inches, but what they do is they pin and weld a muzzle brake or a flash hider onto that end of that barrel to make that compliant. So it actually, overall length will be 16 inches total, but they have to pin and weld that muzzle brake or flash hider onto the end of the barrel. Now, I have a problem with that, and the problem is if you run suppressors or you have to customize if you want to customize the end there with a muzzle brake or flash hider, you pretty much can't do that with that rifle, even though that rifle, like the Bravo Company rifle, is pretty amazing, that upper. Cold hammer forged barrel, 1-in-7 twist, a beautiful rifle setup. You lose some of the ability to customize that rifle, which to me is a big negative. So this is an example of the AR pistol that I had, and I've just been waiting for my paperwork to come back so I can literally take this 10.5-inch upper and affix it to my lower here. Now, how do you get approval from the ATF to do it? Well, you have to fill out a ATF form. Now, here's another disclaimer. This was done mid-2012 with the executive orders from Obama, a new ATF chief. Who knows what policies and new procedures they're going to do. The old procedure, the Form 1 that I had to fill out in duplicate, could change. So I'm going to give that disclaimer. So 2 disclaimers. 1, check with your local state and county law. Check with your local county. Sorry, I got distracted by a text message. Check with your local state and local laws to make sure that you can possess a SBR. 2, you're also going to check with the ATF to make sure the process is similar to what I'm describing, because it could change, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with the administration, the new ATF guy, and all the drama that's going around this type of platform, this AR-15 platform, deemed as an evil, demonic device, which is just, they keep saying assault rifle. It's just a defensive rifle. So the process is this. Step 1, you go to the ATF's website, you fill out a Form 1. You have to print the form out in duplicate. That's 2 Form 1s, front and back. You do not do 2 pages. They will not approve it if it's page 1, page 2. Page 1 on the front, page 2 on the back. You're going to follow the instructions, and the instructions are not clear, they're not concise. I think they do that on purpose to confuse you, so you make a mistake so they can deny your paperwork. That's just my theory, because the instructions are not clear. The biggest confusion part that I had is two boxes, and I don't have the form in front of me, guys. I'm sorry. The form is somewhere filed away, but when you ask for the reason, they're going to ask you a reason why you want to make this a short barrel rifle, and the reason's simple: for your collection, for your collection. So why do you want to build this SBR? And you just set for your collection, for your personal collection. That's it. You don't need to get specific. You don't need to tell it because you want a tactical AR-15, you want a 3-gun. You don't want to talk about that. You just want to say for your collection. Fill it out in completion. Then you're going to have to go to your local Bureau of Criminal Investigation, your local BCI. You're going to get a background check done and fingerprint cards done. Okay, once you get those done, you're going to take that to the local sheriff or law enforcement officer, your Clio. I mean, you're going to have to look up and find out who that is. Now, if you have a question, you can actually call some of your Class 3 gun retailers, and they can help you out with the process locally, because every jurisdiction, county is going to have a slightly different process, because you're going to have to find the guy that's going to have to sign off on this paperwork. Once you get that paperwork submitted to him, you're going to have them review the paperwork. You're going to give them the Form 1, 2 of them, in duplicate, front and back. You're going to give him the background check. You're going to give him the fingerprint cards, and then he's going to do his own investigation and sign you off on that. So if you're a good citizen and you don't have any negative marks that would dissuade him from allowing you to have a short barrel rifle, he'll sign off on that. That will take anywhere from a week to 3 weeks. Some places they're just really backed up. Some places, sometimes they're just lackadaisic about getting that filled out quickly. Eventually they'll call you and say, come pick up your paperwork, you're good to go. Once you get that paperwork, you're going to send that paperwork to the ATF. The address is right at the top of the form, and then you want to send them a check for $200. That $200 is paying for a stamp for you to have a NFA item. You can't get by it. You can't talk. I mean, you just have to pay $200. Now I know it sounds like kind of a crappy way to go about it, but it's going to cost you $200 to get a legal SBR. That's just the way it works, guys. So there's no way around that. So you just write them a check for $200. You send them in the forms. And I missed one thing. You actually have to get passport photos too. Each one of those Form 1s in duplicate, you're also going to have a duplicate passport photo attached and affixed to each page. They're going to keep one of those forms, and then the other one in duplicate is going to be sent back to you with authorization and the tax stamp on the bottom top right hand side of that form. So once you get that done, 6 to 9 months later, you get the green light, you can do the switcheroo. So for me to legally have a shorter than 16-inch barrel and be compliant, I had to have a pistol AR, which I've done. Now that everything is done, I'm approved with the ATF, I can simply take this 16-inch upper and this 10.5-inch pistol AR, and I can simply attach them together. And now I have what I call my shorty, 10.5-inch with my Yankee Hill muzzle brake, and there it is. Now let me dress this up, because this is how I configure my rifles. Here's the EOTech 517 non-night vision model, the Surefire M900V 4N with the mag pull mag. That's it. That's my shorty. Spikes tactical upper, lower, Rock River 2-stage trigger. I have a Black Rain Ordnance nickel boron coated BCG with a CTR mag pull stock, free float 1 in 7 twist, Yankee Hill free float 4N quad rail with the 1 in 7 twist diamond cut 10.5 inch barrel. Just a pretty awesome package. So that was a lot of information. So that's my shorty, and now it's legal. I have it documented, it's papered, and it was done the right way. Even though it was a pain in the ass, and even though it cost $200, us responsible gun owners, we do like to follow the law, and we like to make sure that our firearms are compliant. There's many of us out there. We're good people. We're not evil people. Nobody who's a criminal would go through this process to try to legalize and legitimize a firearm. So obviously, if we go through this process, by logic, we are abiding the law, going through the necessary process, and paying money to get these items approved. So thumbs up if you guys like my shorty. You guys have a great day. I appreciate you watching. And any questions, comments below. I went through the process real fast. I don't think the process is going to be around. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the laws with these short barrel rifles, but B, I don't know if the procedure is going to be the same. They're pretty much, I think, trying to limit the ability to do this, although bad people aren't going to really go through the process and make it legal anyway. If they want to build fully automatic guns and do bad things, they're probably going to do that. But yeah, that's that. So this is my shorty. I'm pretty happy about it. You guys have a great day. I definitely appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the subscribers, and more videos to come. I got lots of cool stuff coming up, so we'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks.